Hello, I welcome you for video session on a topic equipments used for transportation. We popularly call these equipments as a material handling equipments. So the contents are necessity of material transportation, criteria for selection of transportation equipments, types of transportation equipments and typical characteristics and applications. So, what is necessity of material transportation? So, basically the material transportation is required for movement of material between different processing stages, movement of material after mining to storage site, then transportation of material from material yard to processing area, and the transportation of finished product from processing area to a storage area or warehouse, then supply of coal or solid fuels to boilers, disposal of process waste out of plants, and there are many other applications. Some typical applications are mentioned over here. Now the material which is to be transported can be in the bag or maybe a free flowing, maybe a semi solid, or it may be packed into a cartons which are subsequently transferred. Now there are some criteria for selection. These are capacity requirements, distance of travel, shape and size of materials, chemical and physical characteristics and direction of travel. That is whether we want to transfer the material between horizontal, vertical or inclined direction. These factors are considered for selecting or while selecting the particular material transportation equipments. Now I have mentioned 5 types of transportation equipments: belt conveyors, screw conveyors, pipe conveyors, bucket elevators and pneumatic conveyors. However, in this particular session we will be talking about mainly 4. The choice of transportation device depend upon the nature, quantity of material and distance of travel. Belt conveyors are very popular. The belt conveyor consists of a belt made up of canvas or rubber or which is reinforced with the steel wire and wrapped around the drive and tail pulley. Between two pulley, that is drive pulley and tail pulley, it is supported by idlers. The belt can be a flat or it can be a trough shaped depending upon the material to be handled. Typical applications are used for long as well as short distance transport, ability to transport the material in a horizontal direction. If positioned in an inclined manner, the piling of material or the piling of bags after transportation possible. Now the figure indicated represent the typical construction of the belt conveyor. It consists of a drive pulley, then the tail pulley, and in between these are the idlers and support rollers. The material is loaded from one end and discharged at another end. Now this is basically a side view which represents the trough shaped belt arrangement with the help of 3 idlers. This facilitates the transportation of material without spillage. Now the figure which is shown of belt conveyor which is shown over here, from the arrangement itself we understand that it is either used for the transportation of cartons or bags. Now the loose material is transported over a long distance in this picture with the help of trough shaped arrangement of the belt conveyor. Now next is pipe conveyor. As the name suggests, the conveyor chamber is in a pipe shape. Rather, it is the modification of belt conveyor. It works in a hybrid way. What does it mean? Whenever we will see the figure, you will clearly understand it. Basically, At the take up and the discharge point, it acts as a belt conveyors, whereas the journey between entry and exit point, it is in the form of pipe. A structure uh, and hexagonal arrangement of idler turns the belt into a pipe with edges along the width touching each other. This is typically used when the material movement without spillage is to be carried out. Then the material is to be protected from a weather, that is for a weather protection, and when the space is available is relatively less for the installation of conveyor. So this is a typical schematic sketch of the pipe figure, uh, pipe conveyor. You can see this is the entry pipe point, this is the exit point, and between the entry and exit point, uh, with the help of idler and carrier panel, the belt is converted in the pipe. In this way, over the distance, the material remains inside the pipe shaped enclosure, and therefore without spillage, without any weather disturbances, the material can be transported. These are the hexagonal arrangement of the idlers, which turns the belt into a pipe shaped and thereby facilitating the transportation. Screw conveyors, these uses the spiral flights or screw like construction installed in a U-shaped trough for a transportation. The shaft of the screw conveyor is positioned so as to facilitate the movement of screw flights or a surface in a close clearance with the bottom. The screw movement pushes the material toward the discharge end. The screw flights can be continuous or they may be cut intermittently. Say for example, for free flowing powders, the continuous screw is expected, and the cut intermittent screw is used generally for the transportation of wet or mud like material. So typical applications are, these are used or these are capable of transporting the material or movement of the material in a dry as well as wet manner, and they are typically used for muddy or thick wet material transportation. These are the typical sketches of the screw conveyor. This is the cross sectional view or say a schematic view of the screw conveyor. Uh, this is the enlarged view which represent the pitch of the screw, that is the distance between the two crest of the screw. This is the actual screw conveyor shown, driven with the help of some prime mover, and it can be so just because of the screw movement, the material is transported from the loading point to the discharge point, and especially the sludge like material, mud or the wet solids are transported using the screw conveyor. Bucket elevators, these are generally used for vertical movements of the material. It consists of buckets fixed either to chain or continuous belt which passes over the sprockets or pulley located at a different elevation. These are available in a three configuration: centrifugal discharge type, continuous discharge type, and positive discharge type. Now, centrifugal discharge type are used mainly for free flowing and small lumps. Continuous discharge types are used for large lumps, and positive discharge types are used normally for a lifting of sticky material. Now, positive discharge means what? The entire bucket is inverted and the material is discharged. The applications are, uh, the bucket elevators are used for the vertical movement of free flowing, lumpy or sticky material. Now these are the typical figures. So you can see over the belt these buckets are fixed. Now since these buckets are spaced, This type of the bucket elevator, which is shown in the figure, represent the centrifugal discharge type of the bucket elevator. So at the top, because of the swing action, because of the centrifugal force, the material is thrown out and the downward journey of the empty bucket continues. Now this is the schematic sketch of belt conveyor. The bottom portion represents the boot space from where the feed material is picked up by the buckets, and this is the discharge point, and there are two sprockets over which the belt along with the bucket is fixed. So the movement of the sprocket facilitates the movement of the belt along with the buckets, and thereby the material can be transported in a vertical direction. Uh, to conclude, depending upon the purpose of transportation, various equipments are available. The capacity and nature of material also decides the selection of transportation device or equipment. The various transportation equipments enhances the capacity, facilitate the transportation in a horizontal, elevated or vertical direction. The various design proven use facilitate the customization and proper selection as per the requirements. So this is how, what is our objective, whether we want the transportation of free flowing powder, whether we want the transportation of sludge, whether we want the transportation of bags or cartons for piling or stacking, or whether we want the vertical movement or weatherproof movement of the material. All these factors and conditions decide the selection of appropriate equipment for the transportation of solid or slurry or cartons or bags. So these are the references I have used. Uh, so that's all from me. For more videos related to a chemical engineering, uh, you can visit to my YouTube channel, Praveen Bhandari Nandurdi. Uh, if you like this video, I will request you to watch the more videos available and subscribe to my YouTube channel for updates related to many more videos which will be uploaded periodically. Thank you for your patient uh, watching. You may forward these videos in your network also. Thank you once again. I hope you must have understood the equipment used for transportation.